I got this feeling inside my brains. It goes electric wavy when I make them A's. All through 4th grade, all through my school, we're flying up no ceiling when we're in our zone. I've got that sunshine in my pocket, looking forward to a good day. I feel I can do everything when I try. I can't stop myself from learning, moving up academically. We'll unlock the way we rock it, so don't stop.
Hello students, and welcome back to Why Do I Need to Know About Fractions? Today we're going to be learning about relating decimals to fractions. So in the past weeks we learned about decimals and we learned about fractions, okay? And you might have heard us talk about decimals and fractions almost being the same, just in a different way. Well, today you're going to learn more about that. Today's TEKS is 4.2G. Make sure you have a pencil and paper and get ready to learn some fraction notes, okay? Don't forget that once you see this little guy on the bottom left corner, okay, pause the video and write down what is on the screen. It's very important that you take good notes so that way you learn and you can remember, and you can always go back in your notes and learn and practice what we talked about throughout the week and months to come, okay? Before we get started into our lesson, we need to learn about the objectives. Today's objectives is students will know how to use place value to relate decimals and fractions. So together, okay? Not separate, together. Students will understand how to identify the tenths and hundredths place with a decimal and with a fraction, okay? Students will be able to share in a group discussion how to relate decimals to fractions that name tenth and hundredths, okay? And here it is in Spanish, just in case you need it. Aquí está en español. Por favor, escribe lo que está en la pantalla, okay? Essential questions. What visual models can I use to compare fractions and decimals when using the tenths place? Okay. And here are some important vocabulary that we need to know, or you should already know, okay? So first one is decimal. Then we have the tenths and hundredths. We should also know already what a fraction is, okay? So a decimal, a number whose whole number part and the fractional part is separated by a decimal point. The dot in the middle is called a decimal point, and the digits following the decimal point show a value smaller than 1, okay? So imagine like if I have a $1, anything less than $1, like a quarter, penny, dimes, right? Anything less than $1, that would be considered a decimal or a fraction, okay? And we're gonna learn more about that. Just like here in this picture, okay? Here's the decimal point. This is the ones, tens, all right? The whole numbers. Anything smaller than the 1 is a fraction or a decimal, which includes the tenths and hundredths, okay? Next vocabulary word we have is the tenths, the place value directly behind the decimal point, okay? So for an example here, I have the tenths, and a fraction, what that looks like is like this, okay? And what we use is a dime. Next one is the hundredths place, which is the second place right after the decimal, okay? So that's this right here. So this is the hundredths place, see? Okay, and this is what it would look like in a fraction form. Alright, let's go ahead and watch this fraction video. I think it's going to be really amazing in what we're going to be learning today, okay?
Welcome back, guys. In this video, we will be relating decimals to fractions that represent tenths and hundredths. Now, by now, you should know the value of the tenths and the hundredths place. And the way we're going to be doing this is we're going to be using cards like these. So I'm going to shuffle them and we're going to pick one at random. So when we choose the card, we're going to represent the picture that's in here with the fraction and then decimal. So let's get started. All right, so if you notice right away, this is divided into 100 equal parts. So we can go ahead and say that our denominator is going to be 100. And then we count the shaded parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right here we have 5 hundredths, right? Easy. So let's go ahead and represent this one as a decimal. The way you would do that would be 0, because we have no whole numbers, 0, 5, because it's in the hundredths place. So 5 hundredths, the same thing as 5 hundredths, also 5 hundredths. Pretty simple, right? So let's go ahead and erase this one. And let's choose another card. Here we go. All right. Right away, we notice that this one is divided into 10 equal parts. And there's 3 shaded. So this is 3 tenths. The way we represent that would be 0.3 because we have 3 tenths. Pretty simple. Let's do a couple more. Looks like we have another hundredth. So how many are shaded here? Let's count them. We got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So here we have 15 hundredths. So we represent that as a fraction as 15 hundredths. And as a decimal, 0.15. So 0.15 is 15 hundredths, 15 hundredths, 15 hundredths. All right, let's do our last one. Just going to get this one out of the way. Grab our last one. Oh, here we go. So again, this is in tenths. Let's go ahead and write the denominator of tenths because we already know it's in 10 equal parts. I'll just count the pink places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 tenths. And the way you represent that as a decimal, you guessed it, 0.5. Now you don't always have to put the 0, but I always like putting the 0 because it just makes the decimal stand out more. So 0.5, it's 5 tenths. So 5 out of 10, 5 tenths, 5 tenths. All right, let's just do one more for fun. And let's go get, ooh, well, that was boring. So this one's hundredths, right? So we can go ahead and write the denominator of 100 and just count the pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is 5 hundredths. Didn't we already do this one? I think we already did this one. We'll do it again now. So 0.05 hundredths. Yeah, we definitely did this one earlier, but it's okay. We can do them again. So 5 hundredths, 5 hundredths. So because we did this one already, let's go ahead and get another one. Just because we already did that one. And let's do our last one. Ooh, this one's nice. Look at that. Nice and green. All right. Again, this is hundred, so our denominator is going to be a 100. How many total pieces shaded? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. This one's actually 90 hundredths. So the way you represent that as a fraction would be 0.90. So pretty simple stuff, guys. Now, that is it for this video, guys. So now you should know how to represent fractions into decimals and how to identify them when you have a pictorial representation like this one. But that is it for now. Hopefully you learned this, but if you didn't, again, guys, just go to my table, ask me, and that's pretty much it, guys. So I'll see you next video. Goodbye.
All right, that is it for our lesson just for today. I know tomorrow we're going to be learning more about this, and that way you can take some good notes, okay? So be ready to learn about how to relate decimals to fractions. The person just basically told you how to do that, but we're gonna dive in deeper, okay? I'm gonna give you your notes ahead of time, okay? Right here. So go ahead and copy your notes in your journal. And if you don't finish today, then don't worry, I'm going to post them tomorrow again, okay, in the video. I hope you have a wonderful day and be ready for more learning tomorrow, okay? I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.